Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Google Pixel 3a XL. Now you can pick this up on Amazon. I'll throw the link up in the description. The price on this one, $480. Now it's available in 3 colors. You got Just Black, Clearly White, and Purplish. Otherwise known as Wesley Snipes Black, White Shoes White, and Purple Rain Purple. Alright, so let's go through all of the specs. Now this phone is fully unlocked, so it's going to work on all your carriers. For the display, you got a 6-inch OLED panel with a resolution of 1080 by 2160. Now that's 402 for the PPI Patrol. You got your Dragon Tail glass with an always-on display. For the processor, you got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 670 with the Adreno 615 GPU. What does that mean? Mid-range specs, bro. Mid-range. Now it comes with 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, and no micro SD card slot for expandable memory. Now it's running Android 9 VIP fresh out of the box with guaranteed updates for the next 3 years. For the battery, you got a 3,700 milliamp battery that features 18-watt fast charging. For the cameras, on the rear, you got a 12 megapixel lens that's f1.8. It's going to give you wide angle. And on the front, you got an 8 megapixel that's f2.0, and it's also going to give you wide angle. Now don't let the specs fool you. This is one of the best cameras on the market. Now you also got dual speakers. You got Bluetooth 5.0, NFC, headphone jack, and a fingerprint sensor. So what's missing? No IP rating, so it's not water resistant, no expandable memory, no wireless charge, and no face unlock. So all of that for $480. Let's see what it is. Now, is this the best phone you could get for under $500? Let's find out. On a side note, I highly doubt it because you could get the Samsung A70 and you can also get the Xiaomi Mi 9. Now, I'm deliberately doing the Pixel first because I think the Mi 9 is going to rape this phone with no Vaseline. But I'm going into it with an open mind, so let's find out. First things first, shout out to White Shoes, back in the building.
I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes.
White Shoes,
I love my...
calm down. All right, here we go. Google Pixel 3a XL. Now I went with Wesley Snipes Black. Okay, Team Pixel, it is what it is. Let's grab a little unboxing knife. Got the Incredible Hulk. Here we go. Rah. One more. Rah. Okay, so far, nice presentation. I like a nice white box. Who doesn't? Giggity. Here we go. Inside, here's your Pixel. Okay. Plastic build on this. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see what else you get. Now, this is a nice presentation alert. I like that. You got your SIM ejection tool, usual books and shit, and your Team Pixel Google Troll stickers. Pluck them, file them to the side. Let's see what else you get. Now you get your USB-A to USB Type-C adapter. This is going to be your USB Type-C charging cable. And here's your 18-watt fast charging brick. Now I will say this. This was definitely a nice presentation. All right, Shoes, scoot, scoot. All right, here we go. Google Pixel 3a XL. Fresh out of the box, it definitely has a lightweight feel to it. Let me do the smell test on this. Smells like 2001. Old school status. All right, so let's power this up, see if we got any juice. Now, if you notice, maximum bezels on this. That's why I said 2001. This is straight old school design. Fingerprint sensor on the back. There's your one camera. Now, don't let the one camera fool you. I know somebody's going to say all of these new phones got 3, 4, 5, 9 cameras. Don't let that fool you. Google has one of the best camera softwares on the market. This camera should be insane. Got your volume up and down. There's your power button. There's your SIM tray. Speaker grills on the bottom. USB Type-C. Headphone jack. Headphone jack. Apple. Pay attention. Headphone jack. Bezels. All right. Now, at least they got rid of that dumbass notch. All right. I'd rather have a big giant bezel than that stupid ass notch any day of the week. Now, while this booting up, just for size comparison, here's the Google Pixel 2 XL and here's the 3 XL. They literally look the same. Same height. The Pixel 3 XL, because of the plastic build, it definitely feels lighter. Now here's the Google Pixel 3. XL. Here's the 3A XL. Again, they look identical, but the 3 has a better build quality, so it's a little bit heavier. Same height. But let me show you something about the 3. we got to take a look at this real quick. Let me just pull up my, let's go to Instagram. I just want to show y'all something. Look at the size of that notch. You see that notch? That's the George Jefferson hairline. So I'd rather have just a big bezel than that dumbass notch. Now I'm going to go into this with an open mind. I'm going to put all my information in. I'm going out to dinner in a few minutes, so I'm going to test out the camera thoroughly. And I'll get back to y'all in a minute and we'll run through the OS. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, y'all, so we back in. Now, I've been using this phone for about 3 days, and I got to keep it real with y'all. As much as I wanted to hate this phone, and trust me, I wanted to hate this, there's nothing that would have made me happier than bashing this phone, but I can't. All right, I got to be honest with y'all. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is a major go. Now, is this the best phone you could get for under $500? The answer is no. And let me tell you why. For the same price, there's phones that you could get that have a better build quality, more RAM, more storage, a better display, more features like wireless charging, and the latest processor and GPU. Let me give you a perfect example. Xiaomi Mi 9. Now I review this tomorrow, same price. Check this out. You got a 6.3-inch AMOLED display with an in-screen fingerprint sensor. You got 20-watt fast wireless charging. You got the Snapdragon 855, that's the latest and greatest. You got a 48-megapixel camera, more RAM, more storage, and a better build quality. Same price. But, now here's the but. Is this the best camera phone you could get for under $500? And the answer is yes, without a doubt. This is the best camera phone you could get for under $500. Now, let me tell y'all a quick story. Grab your popcorn. When I was testing this phone out on Saturday night, I went to dinner with 2 of the biggest Android haters this side of the Mississippi. My daughter Amaya and my brother Mook. They hate Android phones. Everything is about iPhones. They could give a shit about Android phones. They hate them. But when we got in the car, Amaya wanted to take some pictures for her Snapchat and for her Instagram. So I said, look, I'm testing out this new phone. Let me take them with my phone, and then if you don't like them, we'll take them with your iPhone. So she agreed. So we jumped out the car. I took a couple of pictures. When she seen how the pictures looked on this phone, she was like, Dad, what phone is this? I said, Amaya, this is the same Pixel that I was trying to show you a couple of months ago because I had the Pixel 3. You wasn't trying to hear it. When she seen the pictures on this, and this is saying a lot from somebody who hates Android phones, she was like, oh, let me hold that phone for the weekend. I want to use it to take some pictures. That's saying a lot. And here's part 2 of the story. Now, we went to a hibachi restaurant, so I got Amaya sitting on the left, my brother sitting on the right. I'm doing a whole bunch of test shots, so I ordered a Malibu Bay Breeze. When the drink came, it looked real nice. You can see the frost on the side of the cup. I'll show y'all the pictures in a second. You can see all the frost. You can see the ice. It just looked like a real nice picture. So I took a portrait mode shot. Then I turned to my brother Mook. I said, look at this picture. I know you like that, right? And he was like, nah, watch this. So he pulled out his iPhone, took the same picture in portrait mode, did a little editing and all that. And when we put them side by side, the Pixel pictures still look better. Now that's with no editing, just point and shoot status. And Mook had to. I know it hurt his pride. It hurt him so much, he had to agree that for under $500, this camera is amazing. So why would you buy this phone? This is a perfect phone for somebody that wants a great battery, a nice display, a super smooth OS with no lag. All right, the latest version of Android, you guaranteed 3 years of updates. You got loud dual speakers. I'll show you how they sound in a second. Really nice, really loud. But the camera. All right, if you're somebody that loves taking pictures and you don't want to break your pockets buying the Pixel 3 or buying an iPhone, this is the best option on the market. Trust me. All right, so let's break it down. First things first, build quality. Now, if you're using this Pixel case, I just tried it out for fun. My Pixel 3 XL case just happened to fit. Here's the 3. If you notice, the fingerprint sensor is a little bit off, but everything fit perfectly. If you're using this case, you're not going to notice the build quality. These 2 phones feel exactly the same. All right, shoot, scoot, scoot. They feel exactly the same. Let me take the case off real quick because I want to show y'all something. Now, as far as the build quality, it kind of has that cheap plastic feel to it, but not as bad as the Sony Xperia 10 Plus. All right, this phone right here feels like cheap trash. Now let me clarify something real quick. Feeling and being is two different things. When I say something feels like cheap trash, that doesn't mean it is. Now, that doesn't mean it is cheap trash. When I did the Sony Xperia 10 Plus video, a lot of y'all Sony fanboys was hitting me up in the comments with that hater voice. Oh, they made it plastic on purpose for durability. Oh, it's not really cheap. Oh, look, I understand that. When I say something feels like cheap trash, that doesn't mean it is. I'll give you a perfect example. Now, I ordered a spoiler for my car. I had a carbon fiber spoiler, $2,500. It just came in the mail. When I opened up the box and took it out, it feels like cheap plastic trash. But it's not. It's a name brand spoiler, $2,500. That's far from cheap. And anybody that knows carbon fiber, it feels like plastic. So it's a carbon fiber lip for $2,500 that feels like cheap trash. But it's not. It's expensive and it's real carbon fiber. So I said that to say this. Just because I say something feels like cheap trash doesn't mean it is. This one has that cheap trash feel to it. This one doesn't feel as bad, and part of the reason is because of that glossy trim. So it kind of gives you a two-tone feel. If it was all this matte plastic, it would feel a lot more cheaper, but the glossiness to it adds a little bit of more premium feel to it, but it definitely doesn't feel like the Pixel 3 XL. Feels a little bit lightweight. If you hold them both in your hands, you'll know which one has wireless charge, which one is a little bit more expensive, which one has glass back instead of all plastic. You'll know the difference immediately. So, build quality, not the best in the world. Let me get a little wipe down. Not the best in the world, but definitely not cheap trash. I don't mind at all. Next, always on display. One more wipe down. This is a nice feature to have on your phone. Now, this is one of the features on my flagship checklist that I need. I need always on display. Now, it's not as dope as the Samsung or LG versions where you can add a picture, but it's a functional always on display and it got some nice colors to it here and there. When the sun is shining, that little sun will be yellow. Real nice. All right, so you got your always on display. Now, you got a couple of different ways you can open up the device. You can swipe up, put in your pin and your pad in. You got your fingerprint sensor, which works 100% of the time. Not the fastest in the world, but it works 100% of the time. And you also have smart lock, where you can do all your smart lock features, but you don't have a real face unlock. You got your smart lock face unlock, but that's not real face unlock. Anybody that has smart lock on their phone, you already know. You can open it up with a picture. So that's why I don't use it. I wouldn't recommend using that unless you're at work or you're somewhere comfortable where you can't get in trouble. You know, for somebody taking a picture and open up your phone, don't use that unless you have to. So that's how you open up the phone. Now, as far as the display, yeah, you see that? Not the fastest in the world for the fingerprint sensor, but it opens up fine. Now, here's the Pixel 3. Let's try this one. Yeah, the Pixels, they don't have the fastest fingerprint sensor in the game, so you're not really taking that much of a hit. Now, for the display, you got these big giant bezels. Let's pull up Instagram. Look at the size of these bezels. Oh, look, that picture right there. All right, I'll show it to you in a minute. That picture just popped up. You got these big giant bezels. All right, not the most modern looking display, but it does look beautiful. It's an AMOLED panel. Really got no problems with the display. Gets nice and bright. You see I got it on max brightness, straight scumbag status, but it looks nice. Now, as far as the smoothness, this is one of the reasons why you buying this phone. It's super smooth. Now, I want to show you this picture real quick. Let's take it over to my Instagram. This is when I was testing out this phone. So for that day, I grabbed the Pixel 3 XL and the 3A XL, and I used those two phones, and I've been using them all weekend. This is why I keep telling y'all, don't buy your phones based on specs on paper. All right, because even though this one has a Snapdragon 600 series, and this one has a Snapdragon, not the latest one, but I forgot, but a newer Snapdragon. All right, that slips my mind. This is the latest one at that time. Maybe what, Snapdragon 7 series, whatever. The point is, this is a flagship processor, and this is a mid-range processor. If you're using both of these phones all day long, you won't really feel the difference. Now, me, I'm a hardcore Android user. I use a lot of flagship phones, so I can kind of feel the difference a little bit. But the person that's a casual user, if all you're doing is grabbing your phone, you on Instagram, you on Facebook, you shopping on Amazon, you watching YouTube videos, using GPS, making phone calls, sending text messages, you're really not going to notice the difference in the processor speed. They're going to feel the same. and that's a credit to Google because the software is so smooth that you won't notice. Now, if you're using a Galaxy phone that has multiple pop-up windows and all of these extra features and gimmicks, Edge Sense and all that, then you're going to need that newer processor. You'll feel the difference. But with a stock Android phone and a stock experience like this, the latest processor is not going to really make or break the phone. It's really not. Using both of these phones all day long, they kind of felt like exactly the same phone. And they got the same camera. They got dual speakers. Only thing missing with this one that I really noticed was the wireless charge. Like I said, if you put that case on this one, trust me, buy this case. All right, if you got a Pixel, buy this case. It's going to make your phone feel super premium. If you're rocking both of these phones like this, and you close your eyes and switch them around, open them up, you won't know which one is which if you're not a hardcore Android user, if you casual status. Let's keep it moving. All right, so let's take a look at the basic OS. Swipe over once, you got your Google feed. Swipe over, you got all your different home pages. Swipe up from the bottom, you got your recently used apps. Swipe up one more time, there's all your apps. Look how fast that scrolling speed is, real nice. Swipe down, got all your basic toggles. Got your location, auto rotate, flashlight, hotspot, do not disturb, screencast, night light, grayscale, digital well-being. Let's go over to settings. All your basic settings. All right, so you got your VPN, private DNS, mobile networks. You got Bluetooth and NFC and screencast. Got your battery saver, adaptive battery. You can show your battery percentage. Let's go to display. Change your different wallpapers. You can set your ambient display, always on display if you want. Got your device theme. Let's go to storage. Now this one only has 64 gigs of storage. Now that's one of the things I don't like. It doesn't come with more storage. I know everybody's going to say, what about the online storage? That's cool, but if you shoot 4K videos, you can run through 64 gigs in one weekend. So you got 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage. I only got 24 left, and I don't even use this like that. Let's go to security. Okay, so you got smart lock, different fingerprints, show your password. Got all your accessibility features. All right, so if you're hearing or vision impaired, you're good to go. You got your digital well-being. Okay, monitor that. Keep your thought levels down. You got about phone, Android 9 VIP. And that's pretty much it. Silky smooth, no lag at all. Now, let's take a look at the display and the speakers. Let me pull up a video. All right, so check out this display and listen to these speakers. Now, this is one of the things that really impressed me about this phone. These speakers are super loud. Check this out. Beautiful display. I'll cover up the bottom speaker. You still hear the top. Nice and loud. I love it. All right, so let's check the web browsing speeds. Go to apple.com.
Opening web page.
Okay, there it is. Now this is the full website with all the pictures. That was nice and smooth. You can swipe up if you want to do split screen multitasking. Let's open up YouTube. Back to the video. And we're on Apple on the top, YouTube on the bottom. Real nice. Now, for the best part about this phone, the camera. This is by far the best feature of this phone. The camera app is nice and smooth, it's clean, and it's simple to use. On the top, you got your timer, you got motion photos, you got different temperatures, and you got your flash. On the bottom, let's go through the different modes. You got panoramic shots, you got portrait mode, got regular camera mode, you got video, and then you got more. Night sight. Now, this is one of the best features about this camera. The night shots, they look amazing. You got photosphere, photo booth, you got slow motion, time lapse, playground, Google Lens, and you can change all your settings. Now, let me show you some pictures that I took. Now, just like the Google Pixel 3 and the 3 XL, with the A series, you still got your squeezeology. So you squeeze the phone, activate your Google Assistant. Just like that. All right, so overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, as much as I hate to say it, the Google Pixel 3 AXL is a major go. Is this phone worth $480? And the answer is yes. Now, is this the best phone you're going to get for under $500? No. But is this the best camera phone you're going to find for under $500? And the answer is yes. Trust me when I tell you, you're not going to find a better camera phone at this price. So who should buy the Pixel 3 AXL? Anybody that's looking for a quality phone for under $500. It's fully unlocked, going to work on all the carriers. You got a great battery life with fast charging, a nice bright AMOLED display, no lag, silky smooth OS. It's running Android 9 VIP with guaranteed updates for the next 3 years. Now think about that. If you plan on keeping this phone for a couple of years, you guaranteed updates. Your phone is going to stay relevant. You got a headphone jack. You got the squeezeology technology. But most importantly, the camera. The camera on this phone is going to blow you away. Now, don't let that one lens fool you. It's all about the software. I know y'all see a lot of phones coming out. Samsung 3 lenses on the back. Nokia 3, 6, 9, 12 lenses on the back. All of those lenses don't mean shit if the pictures don't come out perfectly. And the Pixel 3 AXL, the pictures come out incredible. I'm sold just for the camera alone. Now, y'all know they call me Petty Roosevelt, so there's a couple of things that I don't like, so let's talk about those real quick. Number one, I wish it would have had a better build quality. That plastic feel, I'm not really feeling that. Next, I wish it looked a little bit more modern without them big giant bezels on the front. I don't like that. Next, I wish the fingerprint sensor was a little bit faster, a little bit more responsive, but it does work. Next, I wish it had more RAM and more storage and expandable memory. That would have been nice. Next, I wish it had wireless charge. That's one of the things that I missed when I was doing my daily testing and I just used both of these phones. The wireless charge is so important for me. And lastly, I wish it would have had face unlock. Once you get used to using face unlock, it's hard to not use it. And the smart lock, it doesn't work as good as a dedicated face unlock system works. So that's my little petty gripes right there. But overall, this phone is a definite major go. Now, the Pixel 3 XL, this is my work phone. And when I use a work phone, I don't really need that much stuff. All I need is a nice bright display. I need always on display. All right, because when I got my phone on the dock, I need to look up, look at the time, see what time I'm ready to clock out, go home. All right, so I need always on display. I need no lag. I need dual speakers, and I need wireless charge. That's why this is my number one work phone right here. If you could live without the wireless charge, this is a great work phone on deck. Now, on a side note, I know somebody's going to want to ask, why did I want to hate this phone? What do I got against Google and the Pixel phones? Really nothing. But if you watch what's going on, I don't know if y'all notice or not, but Google never invites me to their little shows. They never send me none of their little review units. They never send me none of their Team Pixel stickers or Team Pixel bags, Team Pixel accessories. They don't tag me on none of their little posts. Now, look, on a side note, when you hear a black person say little, that means they mad. All right? Oh, he got a little job. He got a little car. Got a little bit of money. When you hear us say little, that means we kind of mad. Google don't put no respect on my name, and that's cool. I don't need their little phones. I don't need their little accessories. And I don't need to go to their little shows. So I really wanted to bash this phone. But y'all know on my channel, it's all about keeping it real, keeping it a buck. And I got to keep it real. This is a nice phone. All right, it's a really nice phone. I got to wait until tomorrow night when I do the Mi 9 to find out which one is really better. Personally, I think the Mi 9 is going to rape the Pixel. 48 megapixel camera. Let's see how that looks. Because, 48 megapixels on paper, that sounds good, but in real life, it might be trash. But you got the Snapdragon 855. This is Snapdragon 600 series. You got wireless charging, on-screen fingerprint sensor. I got a feeling this one is going to be better. Plus, this one has more RAM and more storage. But let's go into it with an open mind, and we'll test it out thoroughly. Anyway, Google Pixel 3 AXL. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this one. Shout out to everybody rocking with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know. Stream gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat boys allowed. Oh yeah. Special shout out to everybody following me on Snapchat. Flossy_Carter. That's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I'll see y'all in the comment section early. #salute. Oh yeah, one more thing. I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces.
Enterprise, Spock here.
Spock won the beam up.
Affirmative, Captain. Enterprise out.
Energized.
We're in a situation where everybody in the world uses technology. And if you're gonna buy some of that technology, you gotta understand certain things. Subscribe to Flossy Carter. He does reviews of all the latest technology. The iPhones, the iPads, the Galaxies, the Samsungs, whatever the fuck. The Beats by that doctor guy. And he puts his kitty cat in the videos too for you something to look at. You know, I'm an animal lover, so I like that shit. So make sure you hit the subscribe button to Flossy Carter on the YouTube, the follow button on the Instaface, and the like button on the Facelook. Because if you don't, we're gonna have a fucking problem here. A bad one. Now hit the fucking subscribe button.